You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 20, Episode 6. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, we're updating one of my most classic blog posts on how it can be sometimes challenging to have salespeople as your booth staff. Exhibit managers often come to me with a similar story. Their sales team comes to the show, hangs out in the booth, and becomes more of a handicap than an asset. They want to know how they can turn that situation around. Unfortunately, this is a common problem because the very things that make a salesperson great at what they do often create a challenge in the trade show environment. First of all, they're used to spending time building a relationship with a hot prospect, taking them to coffee or lunch. But on the show floor, that time has to be condensed. Second of all, they have established territories based on client profiles or geographic region, so they may tend to have a myopic view of attendees and may prejudge based on badges. And finally, they have a strong kinship with other members of the sales force, which is a good thing, but they can often treat the show as a grand reunion. So what can you do to overcome these challenges? Well, start by providing them with training, no matter how long they've been with your company or how many shows they've participated in previously. Educate them on the company goals for that particular show and what the team is responsible for accomplishing. Then get them invested in that team goal. Explain that they're expected to greet and talk with all the attendees and teach them how to qualify quickly and then hand off to the appropriate person in the booth. Give them an incentive to gather leads outside their territory. If they want to have lengthy conversations with select attendees, encourage them to schedule appointments in advance, perhaps even somewhere outside your booth. And to avoid having your booth become a hangout for the entire sales team, create a staffing schedule. Give everyone assignments for their off-duty hours, such as strolling by competitors' booths to observe and analyze, or simply walking the show floor to see what's new and which booths are drawing a crowd. If you get resistance because they don't want to miss out on a hot prospect or a favorite client, that's just one more reason to encourage them to pre-schedule appointments. You can also arrange for at least one night during the show to be a team gathering so everyone has a chance to hang out and just simply enjoy being together. And one more suggestion. Whenever you have the opportunity to select people to staff your booth, look beyond the sales team. Sometimes customer service people make even better booth staffers because they're used to being on the front lines, answering questions from clients and prospects. They'll also likely come across less high pressure than the sales team. Now, if you want more tips on how to work with your sales team at shows, we've got some links to some other episodes of Trade Show Insights in the show notes. So be sure and check that out at tradeshowinsights.com. If you enjoyed today's episode and would like more, you can subscribe to the Trade Show Insights podcast and automatically receive future episodes on your chosen device. Simply search for Trade Show Insights in Apple, Spotify, or virtually anywhere else that podcasts are found, then click the subscribe button. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it's shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or the contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.